Napoleon Bonaparte, the man who conquered Europe, who commanded armies of hundreds of thousands, was once chased off a battlefield by an army of rabbits. It sounds like a joke, a tall tale told in taverns, but it happened. In 1807, after sealing his dominance over Europe, Napoleon organized a rabbit hunt to celebrate. It was supposed to be a day of triumph, a symbol of control. But instead, the rabbits fought back, and the most powerful man in the world fled in retreat. It was the summer of 1807, and Napoleon was at the height of his power. Just a few years earlier, he had crowned himself Emperor of the French in a grand ceremony in Paris. His armies had smashed Austria, humbled Prussia, and even forced the mighty Russian Empire to negotiate peace. That peace came in the form of the Treaty of Tilsit, signed in July 1807 on a barge in the middle of the Niemen River. It was more than just a treaty. It was the moment Napoleon became the unchallenged master of continental Europe. Kings and emperors who once mocked the little Corsican now bowed their heads. So imagine Napoleon in that moment, victorious, untouchable, eager to celebrate, not with another battle, but with a pastime fit for royalty, a hunt. Hunting was more than recreation in 19th century Europe. It was tradition, ritual, and a display of dominance. Monarchs had long hosted extravagant hunts where nobles pursued deer, boar, and game birds. Napoleon, though not born into royalty, had embraced these customs to legitimize his rule. But he wanted something different this time, something novel. Instead of wild boar or stags, he would have a rabbit hunt. Hundreds, perhaps thousands, of rabbits would be set loose in a field, and the emperor, alongside his marshals and officers, would chase them down. It would be lighthearted, symbolic, and of course, victorious. He assigned his trusted chief of staff, Alexandre Berthier, to make the arrangements, and Berthier delivered. Cages upon cages of rabbits were assembled along a field. The stage was set for a grand spectacle. Here's where it all went wrong. Instead of capturing wild rabbits, fast, skittish creatures that would scatter at the first sign of danger, he purchased tame, domesticated rabbits from farmers, rabbits that had not been trained by nature to fear humans, but instead had been raised to expect one thing: food. So when the cages were thrown open and the furry horde emerged, they didn't bolt across the fields in terror. They paused, sniffed the air, and then, like a living tide, charged straight at Napoleon and his men. At first, it was funny. The officers chuckled as a few rabbits hopped toward their boots, but within seconds, the scale became clear. Dozens turned into hundreds. Accounts vary, but some say there were as many as 3,000 rabbits released that day. The greatest army in Europe, led by its undefeated emperor, was in retreat from rabbits. Finally, Napoleon gave the order: retreat to the carriage. He scrambled inside as rabbits leapt onto the steps, clinging to the wheels as the horses bolted forward. So, what do you think? Was Napoleon's rabbit debacle just a silly mistake, or was it a perfect metaphor for his eventual downfall? Make sure to like this video, subscribe to the Brain Society, and hit the bell icon, because history isn't just battles and kings. It's full of secrets, mysteries, and strange moments that will leave you speechless.